So today I am going to do a Kamishibai story. This is one of my favorites. It's a very funny story, a very silly story. It's called The Monkey and the Crab. Now, many years ago, monkeys and crabs were very familiar sight in the countryside in Japan. And The Monkey and the Crab is a very old folk tale and is considered one of the 5 great tales of Japan. So I'll give you a little backstory, a little bit about the characters, because that's important in the Japanese folk tales. So a monkey, this monkey in the story, is a type of macaque monkey, which are native in Japan. And in folk tales, the monkey is usually known as a very kind of clever trickster character, but quite often ends up being the fool in a story. The crab is usually a sign of kind of like new life, because crabs shed their skin and their arms and their legs, and they can still survive. They usually are used in stories kind of against the monkeys. They quite often pit the 2 characters against each other. You'll see about a persimmon, and a persimmon is a kind of fruit that is found in Japan. And then you'll hear about a rice ball. So the rice ball they're talking about is a traditional Japanese, almost like having a sandwich. It's made of warm, short-grained, sticky rice, and you have to use like wet hands to be able to roll them into the ball, and they have kind of different fillings put in them. And then you'll hear about a mortar. One of the characters in the story is a mortar, and that is, in this story, it's a wooden bowl for being able to grind things down. So we quite often have stone mortars. You have a mortar and a pestle for kind of grinding spices and things. So I will start the story. The Monkey and the Crab. Once, long ago, a mother crab found a delicious-looking rice ball. A monkey who happened to be watching her said boastfully, "I found something even better than that." "Really?" said the crab. "Yes, see, a persimmon seed, but not your ordinary kind. A sprout shoots up and becomes a tree, buds burst into bloom to make fruit for me. Yum, yummy, yum. Hey, how about trading that old rice ball for this new seed?" "Why, sure, of course," said Crab. So the mother crab traded the rice ball for the persimmon seed, and the monkey gobbled up the rice ball. As the mother crab planted the persimmon seed, she sang this song. "Persimmon seed, quickly sprout. If you don't, I'll dig you out. Persimmon seed, quickly sprout. If you don't, I'll dig you out." The persimmon seed was very surprised to hear this, and it quickly sent out a shoot. Next, the mother crab poured fertilizer and water around the shoot, and as she did, she sang this song. "Little shoot, quickly grow. If you don't, snip, and off you go. Little shoot, quickly grow. If you don't, snip, and off you go." The persimmon shoot thought it would be dreadful to be snipped off, so it shot up higher and higher until it became a very big tree. Well, the mother crab was quite pleased. As she poured water and fertilizer around the tree, she sang, "Persimmon seed, bear fruit for me. If you don't, I'll chop your tree. Persimmon seed, bear fruit for me. If you don't, I'll chop your tree." The persimmon tree did not want to be chopped down, so it covered itself with fruit. The mother crab was delighted and said, "Well, now let's have some to eat." Clickety-clack, she began to climb up the tree. No sooner had she taken a step when she slipped and fell to the ground. Clickety-clackety, she tried again and again, but she could not get up the tree. Well, who should be watching all this but the monkey? He stood in front of his hut up on the mountain and, shading his eyes with his hand, looked down at what the mother crab was doing. Harumph! The persimmon seed that the crab begged me to give her has grown into a tree and is covered with fruit, just ready to be eaten. I think I'll just go down and help myself to a few. Tat, 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 tat. The monkey ran down the mountain, climbed nimbly up the persimmon tree, and started to eat the delicious orange-colored fruit. Is that you up there, monkey? Oh, how lucky! Could you pick me up some of the persimmons for me too? Said the mother crab. Well, these are really my persimmons, you know. They grew from the seed I found. Scrumptious, they're all mine. But if you insist, I'll let you have some of the green ones. Here, be my guest. As he said this, the monkey flung a persimmon right at the crab. Crack! The hard green fruit smashed the mother crab's shell, and she died. But what do you suppose happened? Out from her shell were born, one after another, many, many crabs. They all cried out together, "Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, our mother is dead!" Just then, buzz, buzz, a bumblebee flew by. And tumble, tumble, a tiny little chestnut came rolling along. Oh, little crabs, why are you crying? The nasty monkey on the mountain killed our mother. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Oh, no, that can't be true. Oh, that's too bad, said Bumblebee. I'll help you teach that monkey a lesson, so stop your crying, Buzz, Buzz. I'll help you too, said Chestnut, so please don't cry. Just then, a big sticky piece of cow manure came along. Squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy. My name's cow manure. Say, what's going on here? A mother was killed by the nasty monkey on the mountain. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. That's too bad. Let me take care of him for you in my own special way. As he wiped away his tears, the big brother crab said to all the others, listen here, sisters and brothers, we can't just sit here and not do anything ourselves. Let's all go up to the monkey's hut together with our friends and get our revenge. Good idea, said the baby crabs. When he heard what was going on, a big, heavy mortar tumbled over as fast as he could to join the group too. Boom, boom, rumble, rumble. When everyone had gathered together, they set off for the monkey's hut. The baby crabs going clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety, the little chestnut going tumble, tumble, the big sticky piece of cow manure going squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy, the heavy mortar going boom, boom, rumble, rumble, and the bumblebee flying overhead going buzz, buzz. When they got to the monkey's hut, everything was quiet. He wasn't at home. All they could hear were a few embers crackling in the fireplace. So they all got together and decided where each of them would hide until the monkey came home. The little chestnut hid near the embers in the fireplace. The bumblebee hid in the miso tub. The baby crabs hid in the water jar. The cow manure hid outside the door, while the mortar waited on the roof. Ah, look who's coming. It's that nasty monkey. He'd better say his prayers. The creatures held their breath as they waited for him. The monkey puffed up his chest and swaggered over to his hut, muttering proudly to himself. The monkey said, I'm the king of this mountain. Anyone who lifts a finger against me will be smashed to smithereens. Humph! Oh, brr! It's cold, he said as he headed toward the fire. The monkey stood astride the open fireplace to warm himself when, bang! A little chestnut flew up and hit the monkey on his bottom. Ow, 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 The monkey ran over to the miso tub to rub some cool miso on his burned bottom, but the bumblebee was waiting there to attack. Buzz, jab, jab. Ow, 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 ouch, ouch, ouch! When the monkey ran over to the water jar to pour water on the sting, the baby crabs swarmed out and, pinching and poking and pinching and poking, jumped on the monkey, pulling at his fur. Ouch, 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 someone help me! Finally, he ran outside and squish, slipped on the cow manure. Uh-oh, yuck, said Monkey. Suddenly, crash, down from the roof tumbled the mortar. It fell right on top of the monkey and flattened him out like a pancake. And that is the end of my story. See you for more Kamishibai next time.